This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. Get a $149.com with code MMA149. TiVo, get $50 off a Romeo DVR with code MMA. With Benso, get 15% off your order with code MMA Nuts. Woo! Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts episode 220.
Or would we say this is Matt Serra's weight? 220.
Yes.
Awesome.
But only on Tuesdays.
Right.
My name is Ingo Weigel.
Back with the MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans. We walk the line between serious and ridiculous.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, the news
hood?
is telling me that this coming week it
Yes.
shall be in the teens in Chicago. How do you feel about this?
I love it. The colder, the better.
Really?
No. Well, isn't it supposed to be brutal this year, as someone had pointed
Supposedly.
out to us on YouTube? They
Yes.
said, what is it? The Farmer's Ballsack
Almanac? Did I say that, or
I
you
don't know.
said that?
Yeah,
I think I
YouTube.
said that.
Maybe you said it.
Maybe I did. I don't recall. Anyways, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it because it's November. It's not even Thanksgiving, and it's already in the teens. It scares me. I'm worried that it's going to be that cold. Usually, it shouldn't be that cold till like January around here.
Yeah.
And they got that Arctic blast coming from that.
Sounds like a
Narnia.
awesome. Isn't that a DQ type of
Arctic
thing?
blast.
Arctic blast.
Give
the
me my
blizzard.
Sugar and
Yeah.
peanut butter jelly cups.
Yes.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter.
There you go.
Peanut butter jelly time. I bet you that's still on the internet if you Google it. It's still there.
Like Rick rolling, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was out of style.
Fuck you, Rick Roll.
Son of a bitch.
We had an opportunity and we missed it.
Close. I stepped by that much.
Cunt hair?
It was close.
Yes.
So, yes, it's going to be cold again. I predict last year school was canceled, I think, approximately 4 times. And I don't understand the schools because they're so hesitant to cancel. It's like -50 out. I already told my kids, like, listen, tomorrow you're not going to fucking school. I don't give a shit what they say.
Yeah.
Like, yes!
Yeah, it's too crazy.
Yeah.
It was like -26 or something, actual temperature, and then plus the wind chill was like -80 or something ridiculous.
And then they're like, we're still going to have school. Like, no, fuck, canceled. Michael Bisping, no school.
No school.
No school.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. I remember getting in my car and like the dials weren't working because it was so cold. It was like they were kind of trying to come online, and it took about 5-10 minutes for the car to warm up, and everything started like working, and it's kind of weird, but that's cold.
Was this your Knight Rider car where it would talk to you, or was this a different one?
No,
the current one.
The current one.
Okay, I remember it.
Right,
You had the kit car. Things talking to him in a
Yes.
British accent or something.
Yes. British. Mini, mini, mini. I had to turn that off. That's funny. No.
Yes.
No, that car probably would have not survived that winter.
Probably not. Loose ball.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't get that cold. Do you think it will?
Yeah, probably. I don't care about the cold, but the snow. Like 2 years ago, we didn't have but maybe one big snow, and then last year we got fucking
A lot.
buried. And 3 years, I think it was
kinda
3,
like
it
the
was
snow.
a blizzard.
It doesn't bug me.
No, not when you have my driveway.
That's true.
That's a pain in the balls.
That is true. I don't have that.
But you get a big snowblower, and you don't have to worry about that shit
Yeah.
as much anymore.
Because I'd like snowy in 30s is cool
Yeah.
with me, but like freezing cold and no snow, I'd rather take snowy in 30s. Because snowy in 30s, at least, it's, feels like winter. It's all good. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. We're going to play it by ear.
Mhm.
See what happens.
Yeah.
What's happening with the news?
Well, I wanted to get your take on something. I was reading that there's a little bit of controversy regarding the UFC upcoming with Ronda Rousey
Yes.
and Chris Weidman on it because she is not the main event, although she may be the bigger star power. And people are wondering why she's not the main event in that card. And I think Dana came out and clarified, saying
But she's not a man.
yes.
So she should not be the main
Should
event.
not be. Definitely
Period.
should be put in her
Double
place.
period.
Yes.
Anal period.
That's right. Anal period. She should be put in her place, and the UFC says that it's due to weight class, and they do not put lower weight classes as the main event if there's a championship fight at a higher weight class, no matter the star power. So, want to get your thought on that. You don't think Rousey could sell more pay-per-views if she was the headliner, or not really?
Rousey versus who? Rousey versus Weidman?
No.
Are we doing man versus woman? No, I mean I'm talking in comparison. Like, are you trying to? I'm asking a question about
Like, are they
your
gonna
question.
fight?
No, I'm asking. Are you
versus
trying to make
Weidman.
the comparison of who
Yes,
sells more pay per
because
view, Weidman or Rousey?
Because we know Weidman's the shit. He's legit.
Yes.
But I think the mainstream audience, who is not MMA largely fans, the people who went out and bought Brock Lesnar pay-per-views, don't fucking know who Chris Weidman is, but they know Ronda Rousey because she's crazy and she's everywhere. She's in movies.
Yeah.
Chris Weidman's not in movies.
No.
He's not in Playboy or what was she in? Playboy? Sports Illustrated?
I don't know.
I remember I saw like sort of ass and sort of not ass.
I don't know.
She was. Didn't we do like a thing on this? I recall. She was in the Women of Sports issue, wasn't it? Something.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Sports Illustrated, like the
Bikini
body issue.
That's it. Thank you.
I'm on point today.
It's like I don't know. He's trying to play dumb over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
All I know is Misha Tate had the biggest bush ever. And speaking of which, isn't it Muffvember?
It is.
We never forget.
Muffvember.
Pound sign.
Muffvember.
Muffvember.
Grow your bush out, ladies.
That's right. Keep it warm.
For charity.
I like that. For charity.
Grow your bush for charity.
Yes.
What would you do with said bush? That's the question. You shave it bald? Send it in? You know, I'm sure there's a large market for like fake pubic hair. Dude.
Here we go.
I have to bring this up.
Go.
Did you know? I did not know this.
What?
This is freaking me out. Ben Affleck wears a hairpiece. Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
Why?
There's all this shit. Dude, there's some major stars in Hollywood that are actually bald that wear hairpieces.
So he's like William Shatnering at how old is he?
Like 30s?
Late 30s, early 40s maybe?
My barber, who, rest his soul, I think he passed away. He just disappeared off the face of the earth. The guy who cut my hair for like 6 years, he was a toupee specialist back in, he's old dude. He's like an old Italian guy. He was like, that was his specialty. Like back in the 60s, 70s, 80s when that shit was hot. He's like, he told me 3-4 years ago, that guy has fake fucking hair. I guarantee it. I'm like, no, you're full of shit. No way. I've seen Ben Affleck movies. That shit looks real. He goes, no, I'm telling you, it's a hairpiece. And it's true. I found out this weekend, there was an article somewhere on a legit website. And it's not just him. There's John Travolta. There's a bunch of guys who have like fake.
Why don't they just shave it off? I don't understand.
Well, because, you know, you got to have that sex appeal, you know. I know.
Just shave it down and grow some facial hair.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Well, his face is his money, you know. He's got the pretty face and all that. He's Ben Affleck.
He's Batman.
He's going to be Batman.
God damn it.
And he's Jennifer Garner. Is that his wife? Yes.
Could be.
Yes. He's been with many women.
Thanks to Jennifer's, huh? Was he with Lopez?
Yes, he was.
Hmm.
He was. But I don't know. We were talking about Bush and Muffvember.
Yeah. How did you
Ben Affleck just came to mind. I don't know why.
Like, where are you going with this? I'll follow you.
Yeah,
Wherever you're going to
his
go.
His balls are hairy, okay, but his head is not.
Okay, sweet.
You got any news for us?
Yeah, let me.
I'll
kick over. So I'm watching the Blackhawks the other day, and they're playing the Canadiens, and it's in Canadiens land. It's in Montreal. Okay. And they're playing between the plays. You know how they play music?
Yes.
I hear Stemm, Face the Pain playing and go, like, is the UFC going to break out? What is going on here?
Yes.
I didn't know that any other organization could play this. I literally thought the UFC bought that band.
They might have.
Apparently not.
No. Just the rights to like every song they own.
Yes.
Probably UFC gets royalties.
Probably.
For that.
It's like the Zion's energy drink, right?
Hey, they went out of business. They went tits up.
Yeah, but UFC bought them. Like, they went bankrupt one time, and then UFC acquired them.
I thought they just went tits up.
Did they go bankrupt again?
I thought so.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
My favorite thing was she blinded me with science.
I tried that. Remember I tried that shit one time?
Make it go crazy?
Yes, that's bad stuff.
Crazy.
I was like way crazy. I don't recommend it. I think there's too much caffeine in it or some other shit.
Or the guarine or taurine or whatever's in there.
It's not good for you.
Fucking
your heart will explode.
Rhinoceros horn makes your dick hard for 3 weeks.
It didn't happen, but I did want to run through a wall.
Like the fucking Kool-Aid man, you're just
Yep.
Nice. And then last week we had talked about Cain Velasquez, remember? And I'll post this video up of he was training, he's doing these leg extensions with 300 pounds on there, and he's doing them like boom, 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 and I'm thinking, this cannot be good for you. You shouldn't be blasting out fucking leg extensions.
Why not?
Max weight, max. It can't be good for your knee.
Oh my God.
And I'm no fucking expert. So I sent this video to my brother. He's got a degree in, I believe it was exercise physiology. He was like a certified strength and conditioning personal trainer. Trained professional athletes like Mike Piazza, Eric Karros from the Dodgers way back in the day.
Okay.
So I sent it to him.
Dropping names like it's hot right now.
Goddamn right. So needless to say, he's an expert in the field. So I sent him this video, and he replies, he's like, "This is the dumbest thing I've seen in a while. Absolutely a horrible idea from about 10 different reasons." So he sends me this link about why you shouldn't be doing leg extensions. So I'll read it. It says, during leg extensions, the resistance is located at the shins, just above the feet. This causes shearing forces on the knees, which means a force is experienced horizontally across the joint. Your body does not like this.
I would assume not.
It says in most serious injuries, there's some sort of horizontal force, whether from a collision or momentum, that causes the injury. In the case of leg extensions, the ACL is the primary concern. So
I see that.
this video that he posted, this was in July from 2011. In November of 2011, he blows his ACL out. So I was like, holy shit. And then you fast forward to this year, I believe it was like, what, October. So that was last month.
Yeah.
He hurt his knee, and it was a meniscus tear and an MCL injury. So I'm just wondering, how safe are these guys when they're training? Because it doesn't seem like, it seems to me, now talking to an expert, that exercise fucked his knee up.
Probably. You know, and I think a lot of, because, you know, like for you and I, if we do leg extensions once a week, big fucking deal. Probably not going to hurt your knee. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But these guys are doing continuous, repetitive, same exercises day in and day out. I would assume it's brutally horrible on his knee. And it probably weakens that part of his body for wrestling and everything else that goes on. I would say, you know, somebody needs to take a look at his training regimen and say, dude, you don't need to be doing this shit.
Or just in general, too. I wonder how many MMA fighters, like, even you would think you're at the top of the fucking food chain here, and here's a guy who's supposed to know, like, the trainer of what you should and shouldn't be doing, but yet giving them this kind of advice.
Well, I mean, if you look, like, one thing comes to mind, like, I remember watching, because we just saw him speak recently, Rich Franklin's workout, and it seems to me like the guys who are doing the more compound exercises may be less prone to injuries, it seems, where if you're in the gym and you're really getting down to, like, the minute, like, you know, doing curls, doing tricep extensions, doing this leg extensions, doing these, like, very targeted exercises, I think those are worse for you. And I used to do this myself. Like, that was what I was taught. Like, in high school and college, that's what you're doing. Like, okay, you got to do all this shit. And then I kind of slowly, as I got older, got more towards compound, kettlebells, body exercises. And I feel like my body is less sore in the joints and all that stuff. And I don't know why professional athletes would do that. I don't think, you know.
I don't know.
Who's his fucking trainer? Who's the guy?
I don't know. It was the guy. I'm going to post it up, but.
God damn you, man.
It's
your fault.
It sure seems like it. I mean, I don't know any way.
Well, the other thing is, too, for Cain, like, who's been wrestling his whole life, do you think he's doing a workout routine that he's been doing for a very long time and he's just used to it and that's what he knows, so he keeps doing it and he's getting stronger, so then the weight gets more crazy and eventually that, you know, part of the body gives out? I don't know.
Could be.
Is that what happened?
It just seems curious. I'm just saying.
I'll hold my tongue. It's too easy.
It is. It's very easy. So we're going to say you better research the kind of training you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, fuck. You don't need everyone blowing your knees out. Because he's not going to come back the same. There's no way. If he's had knee injuries and now another one on top of it, and they said when they went in for surgery that was even worse than they originally thought, and I think they put a couple of screws or did something funky on this time around. Yeah.
Well, he's a big dude, and, you know, yeah, I mean, that was the big question mark for GSP coming back, right? And you look, I remember Joe Lozon was that the fight with Soteropoulos in Detroit where he came off the knee injury? Maybe it was, where he got steamrolled by George. I mean, the knee thing is such a weird.
Well, and Condit, like Woodley blows his opposite leg out with a leg kick and fucks his
Whatever
knee up.
happened to Condit?
He's supposed to be coming back, I want to say, by like March
Okay.
of
Got a ways to go.
2015, and he wants to fight Matt Brown when he gets back. So
I like
all
it.
for that.
Yeah.
But man, it's always tough, these knee injuries.
Well, that kind of supports what we were saying. Was it last year or the show before, where the training regimen is so different for every guy?
Mm-hmm.
There's no like football or whatever other sport. It's not like you do this, you do this, you do this. Everybody's doing all kinds of weird shit.
Yeah.
Some guys spar more. Some guys go crazy. You know.
Well, I think it's because it's so young too that nobody knows the right answer yet. So it's almost like everyone's in a fucking science lab and we're doing experiments to see, okay, let's try this, let's try that, and see what all works. Or a fucking witch's brew. I want Eye of Newt, Ball of Overeem, or Ball of Belfort, you know. TRT, Jesus ones.
That would be spicy. Ball of Belfort.
Yes.
And pretty. You'd be like swole right after.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Actually, that would be a small meal, probably.
It could be.
Ball of Belfort, like a marble.
Probably, yes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So moving right along.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm good.
So remember the other day when that one fighter, Ryan Ford, he said he had a broken arm before he fought Jake
Yes.
Shields, and the Athletic Commission finally decides to suspend him. So they give him a 6-month suspension for failing to disclose a broken arm. Do you think 6 months is enough for that guy? For not disclosing an injury?
Not really, because isn't that about how much time he's going to take off anyways?
Probably. I mean, that seems
like
like
a
a good
slap.
steroid suspension to me. 6 months.
You want him to have more?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you shouldn't be fighting with a broken arm.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you fuck it up more and then you lose your arm in the ring.
That's a good point. Yeah.
You end up like Anderson Silva and it breaks all the way off.
Ouch.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm saying if you don't disclose an injury, 1 year. 1 year.
Okay.
Steroids, 1 month.
1 month. Slap on the wrist.
That's right.
Don't do it again. But do it again.
Yes. Wink, wink. Your random drug test is next Friday.
Yes.
Get your Wizinator.
Hey, did Vitor pass his random drug test?
We don't know yet. We should
Should
contact. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know who's the new contact over at the NSAC.
Yeah.
But it's a good question. They should publicly. Vitor Belfort, you should post your fucking test results. We want to know where you are. I'm curious.
Take blood out of your cock and post it on the internet.
Well, he did that, remember?
Eject it.
He put 15 of his
did.
fucking drug tests out. Like, oh my God. This guy's at like 1,500. Only aspire to be there one day. It's all good. Rumble Johnson back in the UFC, Ingo.
He is.
Since I guess his civil case was dismissed. So in the UFC's eyes, you are guilty until proven innocent. Why? Why are you guilty until proven innocent?
Well, I think they had to go and do something drastic because of all the NFL heat. Remember that happened around the same time?
Mm-hmm.
All those NFL players
Knocking someone out in an elevator,
doing all that
like,
weird shit.
beating your kid up, and
There was all kinds of weird shit. So this came along around that same time, and I think they had to kind of like, let people know that we don't condone this kind of stuff.
he was never arrested, was he?
No.
That's where I draw a line. You're not arrested. There's no crime.
Is that how that works?
It's in my book.
Okay.
That's how I'd run it.
Yes.
It just seems, well, luckily it got solved relatively quick. I think we were maybe a month, if that.
Yes.
For him being, I don't even know if that was a suspension or what do they call him? He's on injured reserve. What do you put fucking him on? Something,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I don't know. I get why the UFC does it, because I think it's when you look at the NFL, I think it's the sponsors that you're afraid to lose. You don't want to have, oh my God, this guy could be this person.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turns out he's not, so then you kind of look like a jackass for suspending him in the first place. But I guess they have to err on the side of he's guilty, even though I don't agree with it.
Right.
Move to the next one. This could be my favorite topic.
Uh-oh.
Cris Cyborg, Ingo.
Oh, no, here we
Cris
go. Now what?
Cyborg.
More nude photos?
Maybe. I'll be whacking off for the next 3 hours. She didn't ask me anything on the UG the other day.
Oh, nice.
So she had some interesting answers.
Did someone ask her how big her clit is?
Well, I asked her how big her dick is.
Okay.
Very big. So I'll give you some of the good questions. What weight do you normally walk around at, and how much would you have to cut a month before the fight? She says, weight really changes a lot on me depending on my training cycle. Oh. I have an in-season and out-of-season weight that I try to maintain. The less weight I have to lose in a sauna, the better. I can get as big as 175 or 180 during my off-season.
Holy shit.
That is a big bitch. And when I say a big bitch, I mean that with all due respect.
Matt, I believe she would kill you. At 185, 180, I believe she would kill you.
Probably.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of beef. I love it.
It is.
Well, what advice would you give to a young woman getting started as an MMA fighter today? She says, make a bunch of photo shoots and spend more time on Instagram and Facebook than training.
That's actually good advice.
It is.
That seems to work.
See Flea's hair egg.
Yes.
And then the topper is, do you suck or swallow Sour Patch Kids? Her response, I bite.
Ooh.
That's a champ. That's all I'm saying.
Just letting you know.
She's the sexiest woman in MMA, God damn it.
Okay.
Sexiest. She's an animal.
Okay.
Tame dingo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
You might be the right guy for the job.
I'm on the tier 2.
He is now on the tier. I believe this is all a big ploy. He's got the TRT. He's preparing himself for the inevitable showdown with the cyborg.
Yes.
It's all happening.
This day is coming. I feel it. This is a day of reckoning.
Yes, he's not quite ready.
No, not yet.
He needs another 6 months.
I need 6 months at least. I'm going to have to get up to like 240 to fuck it, to attempt that.
Yes.
That's going to be a fun day, though.
Mm-hmm.
We're moving right along. Should we get into some other stuff? Let's talk about some fights that happened. Let's start with,
we're going to talk about fights on this show?
Yeah, no fucking A. Let's talk about this Rockhold versus Bisping.
Okay.
You know, we just watched this again. Like, what did you think about this fight?
Well, I thought Bisping looked out of sorts. I felt like he didn't dictate the pace at all. He let Rockhold do whatever he wanted, and that's unusual, I think, for Bisping. I don't know why, but...
Do you think the unintentional headbutt, which Michael Bisping clearly pointed out about 17 times...
The headbutt.
Let's
be clear, it's
headbutt. Headbutt.
You got me?
Can I get some Vaseline? Vaseline, Herb Dean, headbutt. Headbutt. Doctor, headbutt, Vaseline.
Yeah.
Mike, shut the fuck up. We all got it. It was an accidental headbutt. We're clear here.
Yeah. Looked pretty
Show the fuck
like,
up.
totally accidental.
It did. And then I don't know what he was yipping and yapping about, and they're trying to reestablish position against the cage. Over, under. Was it locked? Was it not? Just fucking fight. Fight on. No, he poked me in the eye. Ref. Damn it, Michael Bisping.
Yep.
He's claiming what he didn't lost consciousness or lost his memory. Basically, the headbutt and all bets are off. I don't know what's happening now. I know what's happening. Luke Rockhold's throwing like some crazy, almost I don't know what a question mark kick is, but god damn it, it looked like some neat shit where he hits him with that right kick first. Mm-hmm. Then he throws the left kick, and Bisping thinks it's coming to the fucking liver. So he goes, block it low, and he gets shinned in the dome and goes down, and Rockhold follows it. Herb Dean gives him enough room to, get his shit back together, and love it. Rockhold then starts working the body. Goes to the body, guillotine, rolls back, rolls over, gets up on top, and then makes the finish, one-handed guillotine. And then John Gooden may have the line of the night when he says, that's almost offensive to finish in that fashion. Like, what? He's finished on his face? I didn't know Rockhold's delivering facials in the UFC. So I think it was an awesome performance from Rockhold. Mm-hmm. The challenge I see in his style, though, and he got away with it against Bisping, is when he was going defensive with the striking, straight line back. And it worked against Bisping because he was a little quicker. The next matchup that I see for Rockhold may be against Machida, even though Machida is fighting Dalloway and should beat Dalloway. But I actually think if Machida and Rockhold fight, I think Machida's going to beat him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think they should make him fight, because then what do? You're going to have Machida fight Weidman again? I don't want to ruin a contender, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's other, like...
Jacare!
Well, I don't know if you want to have him fight that. It's like, you almost like let him fight Belfort, get him out of the fucking way, and then let him fight Jacare, get that out of the way, and then let him fight Rockhold and get that out of the way, and we'll see who's left standing. Sneaky ground game on Rockhold.
Sneaky.
Next for Bisping?
Retirement?
No! Fight on! I still want him to fight Anderson Silva. I don't know, is Nick Diaz going to stay at 85 after that fight? You could give him loser of Diaz fucking Silva. I'm happy with either of those.
Sure.
Diaz and Bisping. Little shit talk, maybe?
Who's going to spit on who
Headbutt.
first? That's the question.
Headbutt.
Yeah.
No headbutt, Zingo!
Spit on each other?
That's fine. I'd like to see that one. Bisping and Diaz. I think that could be my next favorite fight.
Could be.
If Silva drops out,
He won't.
then you just have like a back
Yeah.
jism or something.
I think that's like a thing he had
One and
before.
done.
Dude, there's some video of him working out. He looks pretty sharp. I saw videos of him
But I wonder how the mental game is going to be.
from the leg. You think he's going to have it wrapped for the fight?
I think he'll be physically okay, but mentally I don't think he's going to be ready. I don't think you're going to see him throwing as many kicks as he normally would.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to exchange in a boxing match, which I really hope that fight happens, but I just have a feeling Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz is never going to happen. I don't like the jinx things, but
no.
Anderson Silva versus Nick Diaz is never going to happen.
That says no.
Michael Bisping will step in on short notice to fight Nick Diaz.
There we go.
I like this. I like how I'm playing, Ingo.
Okay.
Just saying. You want to talk about Shogun versus OSP?
Not really.
I feel so bad.
I will say this, though. It's sweet revenge.
How so?
Because remember Shogun knocked out Chuck Liddell?
What year was this?
Like 4 years ago.
Sweet revenge.
Yeah.
You guys hold the grudge from 4. Well, he did hold the grudge against Rich Franklin.
Yeah, I did.
Saw him, like,
I should have
son
told
of a bitch.
I wanted to.
You are the Chuck Liddell retirer.
If we were a beer too deep, I would have told him. But we were totally sober. I had too much coffee that day. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck with Rich. He just gave a very nice talk. I don't want. But if I had a beer or two, I'd have been like, fuck you, Rich. You fucking asshole. No, remember Shogun knocked out Chuck Liddell?
I don't remember anything.
I think that was after Rashad did, I believe, and that was like the decline of Chuck. But I feel like we're seeing the same thing, you know, like it's, I know it's a short fight, but dude, I don't know. He caught one on the button, I suppose, but at the same time.
He's young. He's only like, what?
32?
32, 33.
Looks about 60.
But yeah.
Yeah.
He's just,
He's got a lot of miles.
I don't want to see him fight ever again.
Shogun?
Yep.
You don't think so? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, isn't he supposed to do, and he still could do it, yeah, with Anderson Silva as the opposing coach, which is fine. I think if you're going to do that show, you should have legend versus legend.
Yeah.
You know, that's how they originally started the show. It was supposed to be like the best of the best. And then it just became, let's just put these two guys who are going to fucking fight each other. And then the fight never ends up happening anyway. So.
Well, I don't need the guys that are coaching the fight. I just want to see them, you know, coach.
Yes.
Right? So,
yeah.
It's unfortunate. I don't think OSP is necessarily that much better than Shogun. I just think he got a good punch landed, you know, was a counter left hook, pretty much. Shogun came in with his hands down again.
Blitzkrieg.
He extends himself too far. Like, he tries to attack, and he's out there like this, you know, and then as he's pulling his hands back, it's like right in the button, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will credit OSP for standing and trading. Granted, it was less than a minute because I thought for sure that he's going to come out and just take Shogun down and, you know, hump out a win, but he actually held up his word. But then after the fight, he goes on to call out Fabio Maldonado, which
he did.
You just beat Shogun. Why are you calling out Maldonado?
That guy's tough too. That's
I know, but
that's a stupid fight to call.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
That's a lose-lose for you.
Yeah.
If you just want someone to stand and bang with you, sure, that's a good guy to call out. But Shogun was probably ranked in the top 10, you know.
Yeah.
Probably number 7-ish would be my guess. And now, I don't know where OSP was. Maybe 15. 15 beats 7, and now you're calling out Maldonado.
Well, I think it's a stupid thing. I didn't realize he did that because
Yes.
that guy is tough as shit, dude. So nobody knows him, and you're going to fight some guy who's tough as shit that nobody knows, and you could potentially lose against that guy. So why would you do that? Doesn't make sense. Weird.
Hence OSP.
Yeah.
He's like the Enigma.
Isn't he like from
It's like the
Canada or
Riddler.
something?
Sure.
Makes a lot of sense in that case.
Always does.
Canadians. Fucking poutine.
Poutine.
I wish I
Poonanny.
had some poutine right now. I would eat the shit out of that.
I'm just thinking, what if poutine meant pussy?
That's poontang.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd eat the shit out of it right now.
Yeah.
Moving right along.
Both.
Exactly.
Pussy then poutine.
Right.
Not in that order necessarily.
Right. Fabricio Werdum, Mark Hunt. These two are thrown down, I think, next weekend. You want me to give you some thoughts on this?
Please.
Oh, goddamn. Mark Hunt taking a fight on short notice, right? So I'm still worried about this elevation issue of 7,000 feet or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I know he's gone there as soon as possible, and he's posting all these delirious videos that you told me about
They're
last
awesome.
week on Facebook.
Fuck you, cunts.
Oh my God. I don't know if the air is getting to him, the heat is getting to him, but maybe a combination of both.
Could be.
And you look over to the Werdum side. He's been in Mexico for fucking this whole tough series, so he's been over there acclimating to the fucking altitude. And he's won, I think, his last 4 fights now. And before that was when he had that dumb fucking fight with Overeem, where Werdum's winning the stand-up, but he keeps going to the ground and keep baiting Overeem to come to the ground. One of the worst fights I've ever seen. Overeem's, no, I'm not going to fight. But this fight almost seems like it's going to play out in the clinch to me, where Hunt seems like the perfect size to just lock up that fucking tie clinch and deliver knee, and say goodnight to him. But I'm going with the upset pick. I love the Mark Hunt. I want to see that leaping left hook, walk-off KO type thing. And remember this guy, like Mark Hunt, before he came into UFC, he was upside down with his record. I want to say he was 7-8 or something like that.
Yeah.
When he came in. And then he fucking just rattled off of like a bunch of victories and shit.
Well, his first fight in the UFC was a loss against McCorkle. Remember?
Yeah. Forgot he got his arm ripped off.
Yep.
Kimura or something. But I'm picking the upset with Mark Hunt. He'll walk off KO.
Okay.
Round 1. Interim title holder Mark Hunt. That's what I'm
I like
saying.
it. I'll be rooting for him because I don't really have a favorite in this fight. I just love his comment this week. Did you see him saying about? He's like, you know what I do? He's like, yeah, black belt, whatever. Like, you know what I do against a black belt? He's like, I hit him in the fucking face. There goes your fucking black belt. I love the guy. He's crazy. I'll be rooting for him. The thing that is hard for me to swallow is that I don't think Werdum is that stupid to come out and do stand-up with this guy. I think this is more dangerous than playing around with Overeem even. Because Overeem doesn't really have the like telephone pole like George Foreman style and power. I mean, he's quick and explosive and scary, but Hunt is like in a league of his own. I mean, the guy can knock people out like when he wants to, like immediately. And I think Werdum probably tries to get this to the ground pretty quickly, and in that case, that's his world. I don't think Hunt has a chance down there.
What if Mark Hunt submits him?
I doubt that.
Upset of the lifetime?
Right. I think that may happen only if he rocks him really bad first and does like a Rockhold or whatever. Joe Lozon likes to do that too. Rock people.
I love that kind of shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick your ass and knock you senseless so you don't know which way's up or down. And I'm gonna submit your ass.
Choke your fucking ass out.
Yeah. That is the best way, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's the smartest way. Like, why damage your fucking hands at that point? Like, pick your shot and then get that choke.
I just don't see it happening. I think Werdum has, and his boxing is on point this last few fights.
He looks like one of the, especially at heavyweight, one of the most complete fucking fighters there is. So. And I would say this fight, 9 times out of 10, Verdum's gonna win it. I'm taking that one.
Not next week.
I'm taking that one.
Okay. I'll take Werdum. I like Verdum's chances. pretty much anywhere, even in the stand-up, because he's a little bit quicker. You just got to stay away from like a slugfest, which he tends to like to do lately for some reason.
And Werdum's only been knocked out once, and we were there that night when
The
Santos fucking uppercutted the shit out of him.
Yes, that was brutal.
Like, oh,
Ouch.
replay.
Yeah. So, I like it. We'll see.
Yes.
Be a good one. Is that a pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like the only fight of interest on that card.
Yeah.
We're moving right along.
For Ass That's Nuts?
Yes.
Okay.
Ass the Nuts. Steve Powell is always a legend and one of my all-time favorites, but I think Shogun has reached the Chuck point, Ingo. The Chuck point
Funny you say that.
of his career. Wouldn't like to see any more damage inflicted on him. What's the point, or what's the Nuts point of view?
I agree with you. I think I just said exactly the
Yes.
same thing, and you pretty much said you don't want to see him fight anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't know that his brain is okay at this point. It may
Yeah.
not be.
Like, how is he going to be in 10 years? I mean, he's
Right.
there's a lot of tread on those tires,
There
if
is.
you will, or not so much anymore. He's balding his
Bald
tires.
tires.
It's bad. I just bought new tires the other day.
Did you?
They're quite expensive.
Yes, they are. Fucking tires.
We only had a code.
For what?
Tires.
Tirebuyer.com?
Yeah, it expired.
Oh, damn it.
Maybe next week, guys.
Yes.
We'll get a new one. Gregory LaFountain. Who is the one fighter you'd like to see hang up the gloves, and one fighter you'd like to see come out of retirement, not named Brock Lesnar, Ingo?
Oh, come on.
Brock is number one on the list to come
For
out
sure.
of retirement. GSP needs to stay retired. Who needs to go retired?
BJ Penn!
He needs to go retired. He needs to go on TRT
He's come back.
and then come back
Yes.
on TRT.
Yes.
But definitely people who need to retire, Shogun for sure. Vanderlei, well, I don't know if Vanderlei is
He may fight New Year's Eve. Never know.
the Phil Baroni thing.
Possible.
Chael Sonnen wants to fight him at Metamoris.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
Yeah, I doubt that would happen.
But then they're going to come with blows for sure.
Yeah.
But fucking Vanderlei's going to be on the bottom the whole time anyway. So.
Well, the thing is that I even talked to Caprito about this, and Caprito's like, Vanderlei doesn't want any part of that. Like, there's no
There's
he's
no
gonna
win
look
if he
stupid.
can't punch.
Yeah, no part of that, because Chael will just do whatever he wants to him. So it's not like, no. Who should retire? I don't know. Shogun's at the top of my list right now.
Yeah, that's always the freshest in my memory. So
Mhm.
move right along. I don't know if I answered the question or if either of us did. Justin, Dr. Brown Carter, if you guys could fight and put any fighter into retirement, a la Rich Franklin, Chuck Liddell, you son of a bitch, who would it be? And how would you finish them off? Tabasco bottle up the ass is still a viable option.
Okay, you first. I already know what I'm going to say.
Cris Cyborg.
You want to put her into retirement?
No. I want to fucking leg wrestle her.
Okay.
Good.
You want to guess what I'm going to say?
Go ahead.
I'd like to fight John Jones.
Oh. You can put him into retirement?
Yes, via toe hold. I want to break his toe so he can't.
Oh, you know it's probably weak. Why doesn't someone just go after it? Just run after his foot and try to get a toe hold on him.
Fucking toe hold.
That's a
Snap
good
that
point.
fucker. I'd take it home with me. Like, sorry, dude. Here's your toe.
That's a good point. I like this
Can't
angle.
stand on his toe. It's big toe. It was the big toe, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
That fucker snapped right off.
Gross.
Like, dude, something's wrong.
This doesn't look
Ow!
good. Yeah.
Oh, then I'm going to fight Michael Bisping. We'll poke him in the fucking eyeball.
The
And
other one?
headbutt him.
The other one?
Yeah.
Both eyes are fucked.
Headbutt. Headbutt. Yeah, that might have been my favorite fight. You know why? Because once again, he got finished. That could be my new highlight reel. I'll just watch that. You know how many times I watched that finish?
I know. A lot.
20!
A lot.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, Bisping's finished.
Yes, it is. And now my computer's getting wacky.
Uh-oh.
Trying to scroll, won't scroll. I think we're at the last question.
While you're looking at, I got to look up that thing I sent you. Got to tell people about
Oh,
that.
yeah. Last question. Matthew Feeney. Whose body is worse, Shogun or Ingo? Everyone's just shitting on you today. The
What,
fuck
my
is
body?
this about?
What's wrong with my body?
I don't know. You're
not a
you're
prof-
breaking down.
I'm not a
Did
professional.
you say you were injured? Your neck's jacked up.
Yeah, everything
Your
hurts.
back. Your fucking shoulders.
But I'm not.
You need the cryotherapy.
I'm a professional fighter.
We should do that. Are we doing genetics testing?
Oh yeah, I tried to contact them. They haven't gotten back to me.
Okay. We're gonna go on a fucking just a full body.
After that Tim Ferriss picture you showed me.
Yeah, Tim Ferriss. I don't have to post that picture. He shows like a sample blood test. And there's about 30 vials of blood that they're taking. But this next year and the next coming months, we're gonna go on a fucking. So I've already tested out the TRT. Love it. We're gonna do some genetic testing, probably some blood testing, some cryotherapy, some more isolation tank.
Oh, and they have skydiving in Rosemont. Did you see that?
We're going to do skydiving in Rosemont.
It's indoor skydiving. Did you see that?
Yes, done.
We should do that.
I always wanted to do that.
We're going to outdoor skydiving.
Videotape it.
That's pretty awesome.
Let's do the indoor.
And we got to do one of those like go to like the track and get those crazy like Ferrari whatever crazy car. That's a summer.
You emailed me that one time.
I really want to do that. That's a summertime thing though.
Okay.
I don't want to do that in the winter.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that all the time. Let's test out the all-season tires.
No. I found it.
All right, it's all good. You want to ask the nuts?
Back to the
knowledge.
Yes.
Yes.
I sent you this thing this week. That's what I was looking for it.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Knockout. It's knockyourselfout.ca. It is a device that you attach to any beer bottle. You can bong the beer in like 2 seconds, right? And then on the other side, they have there is a bong. You can do like you watch the video?
I didn't see there was a video. I just saw the pictures and I couldn't figure out like where are you supposed to put weed.
Sorry.
I don't understand the process.
I gotta show you to the video. Go to that website that I just told you about.
I'm posting this
and you can fucking. It comes out in.
We got some visuals up now for the next category.
That we've got to fucking mute out. You're too close.
No, it's just Snoop Dogg.
Right.
The Knockout, which is a combo beer and weed. It's crazy. Let's watch the clip of the Knockout in action.
Is he a celebrity endorser?
Yes. The Knockout in action. Check it out. Of course, they're listening to. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you need to mute that down.
Quiet.
Just mute it. Yeah.
He's wearing a crazy mask.
Why? So no one knows who he is?
I guess. So watch. He's got the weed in there, and he's bonging the beer, and then it's a weed gravity bong, and he slams the beer and smokes the weed. Now it's a bong.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
So, in case you really want to get way fucked up, this is what you need.
Yeah.
But I wonder what they're charging for this. I just found it interesting because you can use it as a gravity bong, you can use it as a beer bong, you can use it as all. It's endorsed by Snoop Dogg.
It's got to be legit then.
Genius. But it's hang on. Canadiens have like knockyourselfout.ca.
Nice.
You can pre-order. Before I say it, we should have got like a code or something. January 2015. And there's 4 ways to use it.
Rectally.
I don't know.
Orally.
Anyways, the weird thing is this showed up on my Facebook feed like randomly, like a targeted ad.
I wonder why.
And I was like,
because you're being tracked. Everything you do, tracked.
I don't do the weed thing. I'm against weed.
Right. The 2 more states just legalized it, by the way.
Fuck weed.
Who is it? Oregon and Alaska?
Yes.
And I think Washington,
yes.
D.C. decriminalized
Correct.
or something. But it's coming. You can't stop it. Illinois, get in the fucking game. They're medical. Yeah, so I think, what's the other test? I think there's there's a gut test, too. We should do that one, too.
The gut health?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I think you put shit in a tube. I was just listening.
My God.
No, I was listening to Tim Ferriss, and he had Kevin Rose, and they do a rant. Let me finish.
Don't you have a hard time with him breathing?
Ooh.
On that show, the Tim Ferriss show, he breathes a lot.
Talking.
So you don't have that problem?
No. He goes,
His breathing.
That's what bothers me when he's talking to someone on the phone. He goes, No, I'm talking. He had Kevin Rose on. He was doing a random show, and they were talking about the gut flora or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And both of them had a different website where you like scoop your shit, put it in a tube, and then they'll tell you all sorts of stuff. Shit. But I think we should just do like a complete science experiment on ourselves. Okay. Like everyone else is doing stuff. Let's do the MMANUTS version of this and see what we're all about, where we're from.
Probably both dying.
We went back to the roots.
We're both dead in 2 years.
That's fine.
That's gonna
Fuck
tell
it.
us.
That's
Oh,
fine.
no.
Then we're gonna
It's hookers and
accelerate our life plan for 2 years.
Okay.
It's all good. So that'll be coming 2015.
All right.
Nuts on everything.
Okay. Adventures
Yes.
and nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I know a guy. We could
know a
hire
guy?
like a professional videographer and just follow us around, take the video, send us the raw footage. We could edit it together. Of all
Done.
this shit that we're doing.
Done.
It'll be epic. Epic.
Doesn't we don't have to worry about it. Like, okay, you film and fuck it, we'll just hire. I like it.
Yeah.
Done. That's it. Shut it down.
Do we have to hire him? What, like scoop our poop?
Sure. I don't want to do that.
Will you film me scooping my poop? I believe that's illegal. I don't think you can show that on YouTube.
Nah, I don't want to show that. But.
It's me scooping my poop into a basket and sending it off in the mail.
And then you do that little cut shot where you show the little mail go. It goes halfway around the world. But it's you're like a little poop going halfway around the world and comes back. Mr. Hanky. You should watch South Park, by the way.
I know, you keep telling me that. I used to.
They're making a good episode or season this year.
Okay.
Which each episode has like a callback to the last show. Which is good. I don't remember them ever doing it, but I'm watching it again this year. Watch that many shows anymore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's right. That's it.
Hey, now everybody, you like my balls are big and salty and brown. If you need to pick me up, stick my balls in your mouth.
What?
Suck on my chocolate salty balls. Stick them in your mouth and suck them.
This video just got banned from fucking YouTube.
I don't sound like
Copyright. That's Isaac Hayes, if I ever heard it.
Suck on my balls.
Chef is dead, goddammit.
Is he dead?
Chef is
I
dead.
didn't know that. Fuck Chef.
You're blaspheming right now
Sorry.
in your verses.
Okay. I'll start it down. That's
All
been
right.
this week's edition of MMANUTS. My name is Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith,
Till next time.
thanks for playing.